Like everyone knows about this. What's that book? What's that book that everyone knows about the law of attraction? The Alchemist. Yeah, that book is so weak, right? Read about real alchemy and what it's about, and you do it subconsciously too. It's actually nuts. It's not just trying. It's not transforming lead to gold, right? It's a representation. You would be the lead, and you transform your soul into gold. Like you transform yourself, and you become the philosopher's stone, which lines up with masonry and all that stuff. And a lot of it really lines up with witchcraft. So I finished this book. Man, I forget who's some fucking genius. I finished this book last night, and man, these books. What I'm doing, just walking, just go out for a walk for 3 hours. I'll listen to the whole book. And I forget the genius's name, but this is not masonry. But this book is talking about how the thoughts become the world, right? Or the thoughts form your world, and then that's how everything in my life happened. All the bad stuff too. Like it's like every time I hated myself, I brought the bad shit. And as I'm halfway into this book, the book says, by the way, do not study occult, witchcraft, or theosophy. You will be successful. It's kind of like an ancient self-help book, but it says you'll be successful without going there. It's not an ancient book. It's like newer, but it talks about all that other stuff too. And I'm like, wow, even a non-Masonic book is talking about like witchcraft and all that shit. And just 2 years ago, I didn't even believe in none of this shit. I was like, witchcraft? Are you fucking joking me? But check this out. I take notes because I'm a fucking genius. What is witchcraft? Someone give me the definition on Google. It's gonna blow your mind. Hold on. Anyways, I was talking about witchcraft, right? Okay, so if you're wondering why this fucking Jack Chad beautiful guy like me is into like witchcraft, which is like Harry Potter gay stuff, it's not like I grew up with Harry Potter. I actually never watched Harry Potter. I never read it. I don't know anything about it. I'm not into that stuff. I'm not into witchcraft. I'm not into witches. I'm not into fantasy or not like that. But why I'm into it, why I finished so many books on it, is because it kept showing. I kept seeing it in politicians' homes. And in my head, I'm thinking, these are some powerful people. Why do they all have this thing, this witchcraft thing connected to them? Like, why? And how does Destiny and, let's say, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, how come none of them talk about the witchcraft part of politics? They like to talk about it for Hollywood, which is like, oh, Hollywood, it's kind of stupid. So I'm like, all right, let's Google. Let me show you something crazy. Anyways, hold on. The books I read are useful for me, and if I can explain it to you guys, if I can remember all of it, I have to be triggered to remember all of it. But they are useful, right? Most of what Freemasons and these people talk about is useful knowledge, right? Yes, Manny P. Hall and stuff, but man, you get so much reading done when you are guided correctly. So I didn't have someone telling me what books to research. So I said, I'm not gonna lie, men love power, right? When you think about why you want money, why you've ever wanted real money in your life, it's like a status and power thing. And for me, it's power, like move out of my way type energy, So I was like, okay, these are the most powerful. Who are the most powerful people in history? And what the fuck do they talk about in their books? So I started reading these books, and they kept mentioning witchcraft, but it wouldn't be like, it would be like 10% of the book would be witchcraft. Most of it would be psychic initiation, or soul architecture. Trans-like states and weird kind of shit like that. So anyways, this is all I read. I'm pretty sure everything involving Manny P. Hall I've read, and like 3 or 4 times, because it's so easy to read Manny P. Hall or listen to. Manny P. Hall, Blavatsky for theosophy and all that satanic garbage. Okay, so Manny P. Hall, over 25 fucking books, 3-4 times each. I read them, and the authors are Manny P. Hall, the Blavatsky bitch, I forget her name, the theosophy lady, Albert Pike, the Bible, a lot last year. Actually, you know what? These are good starting points because it'll take you months. It'll take you months to finish most of these. But anyways, they all talk about the same stuff, kind of. They all talk about ancient mystery schools, hermetic practices, and how there's 2 paths. You know that duality, that black and white checkerboard that is in Freemasonry? That's their gods. So here, I wrote a note here. I write notes. Because I want to know what the fucking billionaire elites actually, because I know they don't go to church. Also, another thing, if I'm looking like a tinfoil retard to you, Nancy Pelosi hired an exorcist to come work on her home because she reads Manny P. Hall. Manny P. Hall says there's psychic rays that can come out of someone's fucking mind and kill another person. Like someone can actually hex you. Like if you constantly have bad luck, someone's fucking with you maybe. And he also talks about how the most dangerous thing you can, the thing people suffer from most is not the most evil. It's creating demons by accident, right? So if you're a very negative person, you create demons and then they rule over you. But here, hold on, look at this shit. Ancients claimed that there was a hierarchy of demons that incarnated through the sins of man. So these demons only exist in more than a Carl Jung archetype form. They're like forces, and basically this is the way they explain it. Think of a human and a river of infinite impulses going through the human, right? A river of infinite impulses are going through the human. The more impulses the human denies, the closer he is to achieving purity, right? So abstaining from sex and blah, 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 all does great things for the soul. All right, let's keep going. Hold on. Ancients claimed that there was a hierarchy of demons that incarnated through the sins of man. It's all man's fault. On the lower planes of the astral world, that's the lower vibration, right? These are strange creatures. Some are like animals. Few are debased human beings. But most are lizards, snakes, and other reptiles. But they're in the invisible world. You can't see them. But we talk about reptilian overlord and serpent worship, oath fights, Canaanites in the Gnostic Christian days. All right. The power of black magic is to direct these sin manifestations of soulless beings. So the magician directs his or other people's sins that they manifest these soulless beings, right? Reptilian, subhuman, whatever the fuck. And he uses them to do his bidding. But every single time he's conquered by his own